I need that.
Hello, hello. Oh, by the way, thank you to Coliosis and Crazy Kid for both being botnet general or leader. If you want a special thank you at the start of every stream, you should join. Is everybody in? Is stream working? It's been a little bit. It seems to be. That's good. Hello! There we go. Now it's functioning. Should I link this one in announcements? Probably not. I don't want to bother the Discord. They already got ghost pinged because that's what happens every time I start a stream with the stupid YouTube stream now link. They really need to fix that where it just auto makes it public with the last stream's title and thumbnail. It's a little stupid. That's a bug that YouTube's had for years now. Happy birthday, 30. Half a decade watching you. That's crazy. There's some people that are still watching today that have been around since like 2014, which is insane. So not birthday? No, it is. The last stream was the garden one. I already took care of that. The stream started its life as a garden update day stream, but that was like a week and a half ago at this point. Almost 2 weeks. Alright, you guys ready? You guys ready for stream? This is going to be a very chill stream, by the way. I'm sick, as you're going to find out once I explain. So uploads are 2 months behind. That's a good thing, trust me. For my sanity. "62 months of botnet leader, Crazy Kid." Oh my god. Happy birthday, ThirtyVirus. Congrats on all you've done this year. To Hightail. Oh yes, let's do it. Oh. The music was bugging there. Hightail in 26. Yes. Also, Looter for 55 months. Alright. Hi guys. I'm back for another video. It's ThirtyVirus. I'm streaming again. Wow. This is crazy. This is the birthday stream as it's being recorded, but in the video later, I think this is going to be a part 2 to the farming video. The garden, we got a garden update. It added the greenhouse, and in the previous video, which these guys have not seen yet, I got all of the materials together. I made some pretty good progress with the Eclipse hoe and the Rose one and all of that, but we're going to get into that today. And also just progress and talk about random things while I'm farming. So let's just get straight into it. Oh, and by the way, if you're gonna buy anything in the Hypixel or Hightail stores, you should use code 30virus for 5% off. This motion doesn't do anything on stream. It looks very stupid, but in the video it makes more sense. But anyways, oh, 1 second. There we go. Hello, welcome to Minecraft. So, updates. You might notice Eclipso is Mark II, and it needs an upgrade. And I have all the compacted sunflower and moonflower, but the problem is we're running low on Jacob's tickets. Now, I believe we should have a farming contest starting in about 13 minutes. We have cactus, mushroom, and potato. I think I'll do mushroom because that one's the easiest considering all the people using mushroom cow. So today's the birthday stream. I am turning 28. 28. That's we're 2 years away from the funny number, from 30virus being 30. Be at 28, like unk status achieved, I guess. Yeah, I know. It's sad to see. You know what though? When I was at VidCon and I let it slip that I was 27, everyone was shocked. So you know what? At least I'm aging gracefully. People don't know. Anyways, so let's get started with some farming just while I talk about stuff. So my setup at the moment is I'll use Squeaky Mouse Mat. Let's make sure our pet's correct. It is not. Now it is. I use a rod swap to go between Hedgehog and Mosquito. Let's get our volume as low as it'll go while being still on so I can at least hear what's happening. Oh, Good Guy Perp, thank you for the membership. Thank you. Yes, we are unk. Yeah, this us Skyblock YouTubers are aging, man. That's what happens when you have a game that's been around for almost 6 years. Not almost, over 6 years. Would have guessed 24, to be honest. Much appreciated. If I were to shave this, then I might actually look like early 20s, which would be bad. I'd rather a little bit of the facial hair. I think it looks good on me. Cinder, thank you for joining as well. Mark Waffle for 5 gifted subs on Twitch. Hello. Thank you. IQ11828, thank you as well. Phantoms Gamer for the T2. As I said before, happy birthday, good sir. Thank you for all the birthday wishes, guys. I uploaded a video this morning, and it's a 1 out of 10 with a 16% click-through rate. That in itself is a birthday present. I got a freaking, what's it called, a Christmas present from you guys, because code 30virus usage has been at an all-time high. I've had a creator code since 2021. That is 4 years ago. It's been 4 years since I got creator code, and this past month is the highest income I've ever made from it. So that's sick. That's actually insane. That's awesome. And that money's going straight into High Clash. If you don't know what High Clash is, I would highly recommend you check out the announcement video, which I guess since this is going in a video, would be in the top right hand corner if I remember. Hey, future 30virus, future Brandon, hey, put the card in the video. Do it. And if I haven't done it yet, you get to make fun of me in the comments. Anyway, that's going to be exciting. But, yeah, man, I'm also sick. I don't know what I got, but when I went to New York, sure enough, I had to shovel some snow to get a rental car out of the mound. Like, we got 8 inches of snow, and I was in New York. Did I say that already? I don't know. But we got 8 inches of snow the night before our flight was supposed to leave home. So I got up at like 6 in the morning, shoveled a bunch of snow, freed the rental car, and we booked it to the airport while sliding around on half-paved roads. And they didn't cancel the flight somehow. And I managed to get back, but then I immediately got sick. Started with the scratchy throat, which honestly kind of just went away after I had the famously funny named tea that YouTuber circles will all tell you is the best tea for fixing your voice and allowing you to talk. I'm sure Chad already knows what it's called, but I had that tea twice and the scratchiness went away. But then after that, it got really bad in the sinuses. Like, you could really feel the stuffiness in the sinuses. And then I got a really bad sinus headache yesterday, to the point where I could barely even think. But it's gone now. And I was blowing my nose like crazy. I've probably used about 100 tissues. But today I woke up and it's better. I'm not 100%. I'm at maybe like 75%. But hey, we're making progress. I'm more pissed that I can't go to the gym for a week. That's annoying, but whatever. A video, a short, and a stream in 1 day pog. See, this is ideally how I should be running the channel. We kind of, the sinus pain on flights suck. Well, I didn't experience it on the flight. It was once I got home I got sick. But yes, it is 30virus's 28th birthday. 2 more years. We gotta do something special for 30 being 30, you know? What do we do? What is the event? I can't just play Skyblock again. Why are we farming though? Because I have to, and it's actually a lot better for interacting with chat. Like, you'll notice I'll be able to talk to you guys the entire stream because it takes no brain to do what I'm doing right now. 30-hour stream? 30-hour stream is kind of cool. But man, that would... Oh. I don't know. I like the idea of a 30-hour stream for 30. That would make a lot of sense, wouldn't it? Becentennial, thank you for 56 months of botnet member. Oh my god. Oh, and Looter, thank you for gifting 5 subs as well. I just saw that. Hey. Oh, and Dark Noctum, is that €5? Happy birthday, 28virus. Have you seen Squid Kids Hunt for Dies? You know, I was gonna watch it, and then I saw that it was nearly 3 hours, and I was like, okay, I need to, like, schedule a time where I'm free to watch this, because, wow, that is a movie right there. So, it's still on my list, but, you know, alongside all the other movies I haven't seen yet. It's 5? Nearly 6? Oh, why? Okay. That's even crazier. Is that like nearly 6 hours of original content? Is that not like a highlight reel of previous videos? Like that's all just a unique video? Because if that's the case, that is mad lad behavior. And I tip my hat to Squid Kid because that's ridiculous. All unique? Bro. That is insane. I do hope he's rewarded for being that bold. I do fear that the video would not get nearly as many views as splitting it up into like 8 videos and posting them individually, but I hope I'm wrong. I wish that he does get compensated properly for that, because that's insane and admirable. It reached like 300k views. It's well edited. That's a new one for me. I've never seen anything over like 2 hours that's entirely original content and not just like a highlight or like a highlight reel or whatever. Ooh, I have a little bit of a headache at the moment, so hopefully that doesn't impact things too much. A Montav Fund, thank you for that. Is that 5 gifted YouTube members? Oh, hell yeah. I like the TF2 engineer, like source filmmaker profile picture. Good times, good times. Woven Cloth, thank you for the 5. 30-hour Windcraft stream. Oh, no. I think it would probably be... I mean, that's 2 years from now, right? So I'd probably be playing High Clash, no? That'd be kind of cool. Play my own game for 30 hours. Maybe have it be like a big suggestion stream, like for updates, and have people complain about balancing problems, probably, because that's inevitable. Did you see the Cal posted again? Yes, I watched it, and it's good to see him back. I don't know how often he's going to upload, but it's cool to have him back in the community. We missed him. Happy birthday, Brandon. I mean, 30virus. Papa Virus is in the chat. Hello, hello. Originally, I was going to, you know, like have family activities today and drive around, but the sick has afflicted me, so I'm gonna wait like a week before catching up and truly celebrating. What I will do, though, which is probably not a good idea considering I'm sick, but I've had this tradition for years. It kind of fell off for like 4 years, but I think I might bring it back, where once a year I get a stuffed crust pizza for my birthday from Pizza Hut. It's the one item from there that I actually like. The rest of it's just grease nonsense. Oh, the breadsticks are good too, to be fair, but like I might with the roommates. You're always sick? What do you mean? I'm like never sick. I get sick like once or twice a year. And even then, like, the upload schedule allows me to just not mention it. Did I hear high class? You did. Yes, 30 viruses. No, Luna, you're not gonna get me to say that out loud. It's not gonna happen. I'm not giving in to the meme, alright? It's one thing if the joke is funny, but it's literally just a song. Oh, Godly Draw. Is that 8 Australian? Thank you, thank you. Happy birthday, ThirtyVirus. I hope you're enjoying Skyblock. To be honest, the aura stuff has entirely killed any enjoyment I had for farming. Why? I don't think that would affect anything. Although, as a content creator myself, as a YouTuber, I would be happy to see the aura event end so I could finalize the video and upload it. But anyways. And that is Blizzard in chat. Blizzard 101 HD, the OG, the GOAT. For those that don't know, we made videos together like over a decade ago. At this point, it's like 12 years ago. Insane. Gary's Mod. And then we did a Forever Stranded series one time. He's a good friend. We don't talk very often, but it's always chill. Well, thank you, Blizzard. Much appreciated. One of these days, we gotta catch up. Oh, if you don't know, Blizzard, Hightail's happening. So finally, that thing that my channel was supposed to be for 6 years is finally actually happening. I don't like Aura. It's too confusing and messy playing Skyblock like this. Ah, who cares? Let people have fun. Let people have fun. Hello? Is that... Simon's in this stream. Yo! I just... You know what? Hypixel I almost said 30virus hype. I don't know what I'm saying at this point. Yo! See, the ultimate birthday gift, Simon, would be an endorsement of code 30virus for Hightail. But not for real, though. That's sick. Simon really is the GOAT. Code 30virus, let's go! Screenshotted. Hell yeah. No, the Aura's fun, though. I like the event. I do think it probably should end fairly soon, though, because I tried to record as many clips as I could, but the video would end up being too long. But I think they're going to end it pretty soon. Like, it's probably going to wrap up in the next week or two, is my guess. You friends with Simon? I'd say so, yeah. We've known each other for years, not in person. I wonder if he remembers how we started talking. It was the stupidest situation. I'll give a TLDR for chat because this happened years ago. No one remembers this. But, there was this guy that ran a Discord, and it was supposed to be Hypixel private. And it was like this, it was supposed to be like, oh, this is where like all the people in the know or staff will like test out features for game modes and stuff. And he basically catfished Simon. Like, this random guy was saying he was Simon and got like thousands of people convinced that he was Simon. And was like, I think at one point he started to like scam people and like take their money or their accounts or something. And I sent a message to Cryptkeeper or an email, and I was like, yeah, catfishing situation with Simon. And at one point during this whole fiasco, the fake Simon disguised himself as Preston Plays using a plugin, and then like tricked me and this like kid. Like, it was his birthday, and he promised him that me and Preston Plays could play Bed Wars with him. And I felt bad because we both got catfished. And then what ended up happening is then me and the real Simon ended up playing some Bed Wars games with him. So that was a wholesome way to end things. That happened in like 2019, I believe. Good times, good times. And that's how we started talking. Is because like this whole situation took place, and I was like, oh, I gotta make good on my promise here. Why do you have pests enabled? I'm confused. What? I don't know what you mean. Oh my god, so many gifted subs. Yo, Mark Waffle, thank you for the 10 gifted on Twitch. Holy crap. That's crazy. Play Cupcake Delivery. Well, stream's not ending, though. That's the outro song, for those that aren't aware. You also discussed Hypixel Skyblock with Fake Simon before it existed. True. True. Like, the words Hypixel Skyblock were not uttered up until that point. Well, it probably was by random people, like, just as ideas. But, like, I was one of the first people publicly to suggest that Hypixel was gonna have a Skyblock, or should have a Skyblock, but just for all the wrong reasons. Like, I was catfished. But then the real Simon ended up doing that, which I think is hilarious. You're right, we need to catch up soon. Things have slowed down for me, so I'm more available than I used to be. Nice. Honestly, same. Because, like, I think Skyblock is finally entering a state where, like, I can produce content without dedicating my entire waking day to it. And, like, it's been great. Like, this update that we're playing right now, essentially, farming, I did a VOD. I streamed for, like, 3 hours. I collected clips slowly over the course of, like, a couple months. Or not even a couple months, a week. I collected clips over a week and a half, 2 weeks, and we already have an entire video. Like, that's so much faster than other topics. It's a relief. If this can continue, I can do Skyblock and Hytale videos. Like, if it takes, like, maybe 15 to 20 hours of effort to get a video done, like, chef's kiss. That'd be great. Do you think Hytale will kill Skyblock? No. I think it's going to be pretty separate audiences. Like, the people that probably already left Skyblock would be most interested in Hytale. But I know me personally, I am going to probably take a decent break from Skyblock, just because it is a lot. I don't want to quit. I'll give it maybe like a month or two. You won't even notice because I'll still be uploading videos. But yeah, it'd be good for my mental health. Your notices are turned off? Yeah, that's on purpose. With all the gifteds, it would just spam that noise the entire stream, and I don't want to do that. Don't worry, Looter. I see your 5. Thank you for the 5. I'll have the dude read the thing out. Yeah, Brian will read it later once the notifs slow down. But no, I'm very excited. We're entering a time when, like, I'll finally have, like, a feast of content to record and upload. It's gonna be awesome. Oh, you know what? I want to text somebody right now. I forgot to reply to a message. I think some players will go to Hytale, but most will stay. I don't think it's gonna be one or the other. I mean, I think people could just play multiple games, you know? And it really depends what is in Hytale, right? Like, I doubt people are gonna quit Skyblock to play vanilla Hytale. They'll probably play vanilla Hytale, beat all the content, and then wait for, like, a server or something. Because, like, I don't think there's gonna be that many playtime hours on release. Which is fine. Like, that's not the goal of Hytale, I don't think. So, it'll be interesting for sure. I'm excited. I haven't logged in 2 weeks because I've been on holiday. Same, honestly. Well, just 1 week. And even on my 1 week break, I was idea crafting for High Clash for, like, almost the entire time. Like, all throughout the flights, I was sitting in the middle of the, we had a Christmas party, and me and my cousin, apparently he's like a top-ranked classic WoW priest or something, and he has only like 100 hours of playtime, but he's like way up on the leaderboards because he's just good at games, I guess. And I was taking a lot of his advice because, you know, persistent game modes, MMOs, he was talking about the idea of limited time raids. I think, imagine this, chat. Imagine if Skyblock had a dungeon that you could only do 1 run of it a week. Like, that completely changes the dynamic, right? And not every dungeon, but a specific one, right? Where it's like, you have to really think about this run. And then I would also personally probably have it just be solo on top of that, because the last thing you want is to waste your one run on some noob. But like, I'm not sure if I like that, but again, it's not exactly the same system, but limited. It'd be with a bunch of changes to make it make sense. I also think, like, I don't know. What was another idea he brought up that I liked? The idea that it doesn't have to primarily be a combat game. Like, if there were, like, Mario 64 style little, like, parkour things, it would be nice. Which, to be fair, Floor 7 kind of does with the terminal phase. But I'm thinking more like, I don't know. There's just something to old PS2 platformer games. I want to capture some of that energy. That'd be kind of neat. Do we have Clash? Like, we can skip opponents. Yes. Calazar said he didn't respond. Oh, I'm sorry. I missed the message. Where did he message me? I have streamer mode on Discord, so I only see a message from I. Is this Calazar? I think that is Calazar. Thank you, man. He said happy birthday in DMs. I didn't see it. He's being sarcastic? Ah, okay. I think by now people understand. I'm not ignoring anyone. I'm just that scatterbrained. 10 gifted subs from Mark Waffle. That was crazy. Oh, I could probably turn the alert noises back on. And then we could play...
Six.
Yes. That is... thank you, Luther, again. It'll only worsen with age. Probably. Oh, I got, another DM. Oh, it's all good. Sorry, just having to keep up with messages. You can already see the scatterbrained nature of things happening. Maybe it can have a boss rush escalation, where it gets progressively harder and you get loot for how far you got. Oh yeah, that was another thing that he said. An infinite floor dungeon, right? Now it's completely different from a Hypixel Skyblock dungeon. Think more like Pokemon Mystery dungeons, where one run is multiple floors, right? And a floor could last anywhere from 30 seconds to like 10 minutes, depending on how you play it. Because it's like random. Like, you could spawn in a room that has the stairs to the next floor right there, and instead of like having a checklist of things to do before you get to the boss room, it's like you could just go straight to the boss room and everything else is optional, right? So imagine an infinite floor version of that, where you can keep score with like a leaderboard. It sounds kind of like how Kudra works. Yeah, except you actually get a meaningful reward at the end of it instead of just bragging rights. Well, mostly bragging rights, I will say. To a point, you get meaningful progression, I would say. Because we don't want to incentivize people going to floor 1000. Like, that'd be stupid. It would only be like just for fun, really. Oh, my Streamlabs is being weird. Oh, there we go. I apologize in advance for how to pronounce this name. It's like S.A. Noahe. I don't know how to say that. I'm sorry. Thank you for the 300 bits. Happy birthday, 30. Been watching you since I was 10-ish, and you've kept me sane-ish. So thanks. Well, I'm glad, because I'm not sane. I'm not sane-ish. Same-ish. I can't talk. Happy birthday, Thorty. How does it feel like farming in Hypixel on your birthday? It's fun. You know what's great about this? I have not even mentally been farming. Like, this is in the background. I'm just talking to you guys. Anyone who plays this game for fun isn't sane-ish. But, I don't know, man. I'm trying to think. Can I leak a little detail about High Clash on stream? Play zombies or something? Oh, not this stream. No. I don't know why we playing Skyblock on your birthday. Well, I mean, it's what people like to see, you know? I give you permission. Well, first off, for those of you that don't know what High Clash is, you should check out the announcement video for it. I uploaded it like a week ago. And there is a Discord server. But TLDR, it's a MMORPG that also has base raids like Clash of Clans. But not... Okay, it's not like Clash of Clans. The queuing system and the base building is. But the actual raid itself plays more like a Bethesda title, like Skyrim. So... let me get that out of the way, okay? It's not a Clash clone. It's not a Skyrim clone. It's got features from like a dozen or so games, so it's not gonna feel like a copy of anything. But anyways, let me think. How can I leak this without causing problems? Because we don't want anyone copying my homework. Let me see. If I go into the game design doc, there's a little lore section. Okay. Oh, wait. Pests. Why don't you /set spawn? Because you can use the mouse mat now, so it's whatever. Yeah, squeaky mouse mat. I guess the first... hold on. Sorry, I keep on trying to read chat, but I'm also just like... I don't know why. Multitasking is 10 times harder right now. To give myself credit, when I'm sick, my brain don't work very good. So that's, I think, what's happening right now. Even more so than usual. If you make dungeons, I hope you will make it customizable, like maybe increase difficulty of the floor and stuff for more rewards. Yeah, I did have an idea for that, to add like modifiers, kind of like the Skywars ones, where there's just like a debuff on your character, and you get like something extra for doing a run that way. Has anyone told you look like Gustav from Expedition 33? You know what? I'm curious. Gustav, Expedition 33. You think I look like this guy? This guy? I don't know. I don't see it, personally. You know, this might be incorrect to say. This might be politically incorrect to say. But us Caucasian people oftentimes are confused for one another. Very oftentimes. I've been told I look like probably 20 plus famous white guys with beards. And that's not racist. I'm just saying, it's a bit of a double standard. It is. And then I get in trouble because I look at someone that looks vaguely, you know, Asian, and I don't know specifically which country. Anyways, Gustav's eyes are more sunken in. I'm surprised. You'd expect mine to be more sunken in after the hours and hours of Skyblock. I'm gonna pour myself a water. I thought Dream looked like you when he face revealed. The specific image of him doing like that troll face almost, kinda a little bit did. But having met him in person, we don't. He's also like nearly a foot taller than me. You have significantly more bloodshot eyes. Are they? I'm looking into camera right now. They seem pretty fine to me. You met Dream IRL? It was at last year's VidCon. Or I guess this year's VidCon as of today and tomorrow, I suppose. Gustav looks more happy. He actually looks like that. So, in person, his face is a little bit more rounded. Like, he might have been doing that, what's it called? Like, in that specific moment where the screenshot was taken, what's the word? There's that thing you could do that makes it look like your face is thinner. Mewing, there we go, thank you. I think he was doing that. Like, he just looks like a normal dude. Nothing crazy. I don't agree with all the people that were calling him ugly. He's fine. It's just a dude. You know? Oh, Gradishal, welcome back, dude. Yo, thank you for the T1 sub. Hey, 30. Hello. Alright, so let's see if I can leak a thing. Alright, so I'm going to preface this. High Clash is my upcoming Hightail server network. And mechanics aside, this is a lore conversation, right? So we don't really need to talk about mechanics. So, in this universe, imagine it's like not very technologically advanced, but it's just enough to be like kind of like Renaissance period, maybe a little bit more advanced than that, plus magic. And in this universe, there's a character that's a traveling magician, and not like you know, the kind in, you know, games like Skyrim where they're using it for combat or whatever. Like, he's entertainment. Like, he does things that look cool, like makes fireworks appear out of his hands or whatever, stuff like that. And he's like pretty famous, like a celebrity. And he gets himself a fan club. Like, there's just that many people that enjoy what he does, whatever. One of the members of the fan club, this kid, he looks up to this guy like crazy, wants to be a magician just like him. And he decides, I'm going to experiment and try to make my own display, my own act. And he goes just a little too far. He makes something very dangerous, causes some kind of accident to happen. I don't know what specifically yet. Maybe it's an explosion or something. And like almost hurts someone really bad. But then the magician notices, like during a performance, this kid's trying to show him up essentially to get his attention. And then the magician saves the day. And tells the kid off, tells him, never do that again, you almost hurt someone, blah, blah, blah. And then the kid storms off, furious, swears off magic entirely, thinks it's dumb, because, well, out of pride, right? His ego is absolutely shattered by this magician guy. And then he, again, swears off magic. So then, this kid is also very intelligent, though, despite his issues. He's like a genius, right? So he instead goes into the potion business. He brews potions instead of casting magic. And then this he gets very successful. He makes like a little company that sells potions, and it actually ties into other parts of the game too, because there is planned to be a wave-based like mode, maybe like COD Zombie sort of deal, as like an outpost in High Clash. And there are going to be perks, and sure enough, the perk machines are going to be made by this company that this guy makes. So he grows up, makes a ton of money, kind of like if you know the story of Harry Potter, like his parents, how they got like super wealthy from like making potions and stuff, like various products that help people. He gets rich, and he's a very petty person, right? So, oh my god, is that 20 gifted subs from Mark Waffle? Oh my god. Oh, hold on. I am unfortunately gonna have to mute the alerts because that'll be going for 10 minutes, but thank you, Mark Waffle. 20 gifted subs on top of the 10 earlier, on top of the, I believe it was 5 even before that. That is crazy, dude. Yo. So, I'm gonna try not to let that derail me too much, but I do appreciate that. Really, thank you for that. Oh my god. So, this character, I call him the Potion Man. He doesn't have a name yet. He gets super successful, but he still has some of those old traits of being very prideful, very petty, very vindictive, and he wants to ruin the magician, right? By this point, he's retired. He's just trying to exist. But this, like, now not a kid anymore, this potions guy, this dude, is, like, vindictive and wants to ruin him. So he'll, like, spend tons of money to do, like, stupid little things to, like, mess with him. But he does end up becoming, like, a pretty big villain, like an antagonist in this game. But yeah, he, again, because of his pride, he refuses to acknowledge the value of magic, and, like, makes fun of anomalies, which you guys don't know about yet, of what they are, and just says they're an excuse as to, or he uses them as an example of why magic's bad. This guy's also, well, okay, if I were to speak further, that would be spoilers. But what do you think of the character, chat? You think it's going to be interesting? He is responsible for a pretty big plot point, but I'm not going to spoil it yet. I do like the mention of Incrediboy, because in a way he's like a mix of Syndrome and Handsome Jack a little bit, this guy. That is the thought process I had when designing it. I thought of this while on a plane. Is it like a class-based MMORPG? Think more like Fallout New Vegas, where you have like certain perks and skill points and you could allocate them a certain way, but there is no like strictly defined classes, you know? So it's like, so is the magic guy basically that universe's Houdini? I mean, more or less, yeah. Yeah, I would say so. So, like, is able to do really advanced magic for the purpose of entertainment instead of combat, which is, like, kind of rare in that universe. So I think that should also be an interesting character. I've already thought of places where he would frequent, like in the main city and whatnot. Interesting story about the gameplay. Is it a class? Oh, I already answered that. Stream delay. I've turned the chat into half thank yous. Guys, engage with Mr. Streamer Man instead. It's his birthday. I do really appreciate it. Oh, hello. That's a Halanthus drop. But I think it's going to be a very interesting... I was about to read off a huge spoiler, too. But I held back. There's a lot of really interesting... Do I leak another one? Do I leak another character? Again, without spoilers. Let me see what we have here. Oh, okay, I could say this. There's also planned to be a character that just is constantly trying to steal Potion Guy's recipe. So there's just a bad guy with another bad guy opposing him, which I think would be kind of funny. Like a Slughorn kind of character. Ooh, but Slughorn turns out to be working for... Plankton. Yeah, it could be like Plankton from SpongeBob, or is that even his name from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? I don't remember that guy's name. Because now that I'm thinking about it, isn't Slughorn the name of a professor from Hogwarts? I don't remember. It is? Are they just both named the same thing? Isn't that the guy that taught Voldemort the deathly, or the thing with Horcruxes, or was that someone else? Who is that guy? The one where he does the whole memory thing, like he convinces the guy, Harry convinces the guy to go in his memories and see how he taught Voldemort the thing. That's Alistair Moody? No, it's not Moody. I don't remember. I don't remember. It was Professor Slughorn, no? I have to Google this. This is gonna bother me. Harry Potter Slughorn. Yeah, I was right. So wait, you're telling me it's the same name for two different characters and they're like vaguely related to what I'm talking about? That is so confusing. That's funny. What's the item you use to set up the angle? It's the mouse mat. What's it called fully? Squeaky mouse mat. It's a drop from field mice in the traps on the garden. Maybe if he were able to be used in combat or in a fight somehow. Maybe he'd be defensive, evasive. Oh, you talking about the magic guy? Oh, we'll see about that. But what I also want, the reason I mentioned Handsome Jack is that this potions guy also is a manufacturer of like really unique weapons. Like, I've never heard of this concept before. Chat, hear me out. Potion flamethrower. Crazy, I know. Think of the possibilities with that as a weapon. Wow, that would be sick. Not just fire, but like magic fire. The recent updates may still be grindy, but they decrease the time needed by a lot. Oh yeah. Yeah, we're going in a good direction on the magic man. I've put a lot more thought into potion guy than the magic guy. But I am going to be, you know, filling out more of these characters as time goes on. I don't like the greenhouse. My criticism personally is I think it just takes too long for stuff to happen. Like, I'm like really trying to go all in on vines, and I've gone 3 days in a row with getting 8 of those like pumpkin and melon mixed things, and then just I haven't dropped vines. Like, it's bad. I need more slots to get any serious amount of mutations going. I need space. Favorite indie game currently? Ooh. That's a tough one. Are any of my games in my top 10 indie? Minecraft used to be, but it's definitely not now. Same with Subnautica. I did quite enjoy Schedule 1, but that's not a top 10 game for me. I don't know. I don't really play a lot of games anymore. This game kind of took all that from me, so I have to relearn how to play video games. I could be wrong, but I think the pumpkin melon mutation has a lower chance to get vines. Oh. Sad. Of course, ThirtyVirus picks weed growing game. Very on brand. I haven't... When's the last time I mentioned weed in a video, okay? And I'll have you know, I'm in a very good place with my habit. I have very, very low dosage now. It's based on the rarity of the mutation. Oh. Yeah, my mental health has been the best it's been in years this past month. I think I just needed a project, to be honest with you. Like, it is crazy how, like, your mentality can change how you physically feel. Because, like, man, when you have, like, think of it this way. My brain is like the demon core inside of those, like, what is it, tungsten, like that sphere, and the two halves, when they come together and it traps all the neutrons from escaping, then it explodes. That's what it's like. If I have no outlet to be creative, I start to think way too much about myself. I'm like, oh, am I dying? Is my heart rate too high? Is it too low? Is my blood pressure high? Why is my heart beating so fast? Why is it beating so hard? Why is it that I woke up and then I felt a pain in my side? Is that cancer? Like, ugh. It's bad. Like, I need something to think about and do that is not just thinking about my own everything. That's so real. Yeah. But ever since I had something to actually, like, focus on, my mental health has been significantly better. And I, like, literally feel healthier. Yo, thank you for the Prime sub, Blizzard. Oh, can I turn the... I can turn the alerts back on. I'll read out Looter's thing. So thank you for the 5, Looter. Let's replay that.
Happy early 2026. What resolutions do you have planned in continuing with the gym and trying to get a driving license you?
So, yes, my New Year's resolution, I don't really believe in those, by the way. I believe in setting habits as soon as possible and not setting it to a specific day, because what ends up happening is that specific day just keeps getting pushed forward, and then you fail on a thing once and then you set another specific day to start like 2 weeks later. But anyways, I want to get back to where I was in my peak physique. Because like I'm not in a bad spot health-wise, but I'm definitely heavier than I would like to be. I'm like not even close to where I was before the weight loss started, but at the same time, like I gotta get back on the horse. You know, I need to lose some weight again. But luckily now we have the technology. Like we got Royo bread, not sponsored, but it's freaking awesome. Like 30 calories a slice, and the bagels are like 30 calories each instead of 300 calories. Or is it 80? No, it's 80 calories instead of 350. You know what I mean? What's up, big dude? Welcome to the stream. Yes, my birthday is today. No way, bro. Farms on his birthday. Hey, I've worked every birthday I've had for the past, like, 8 years at this point. Don't forget to train muscles. Oh, I'm not forgetting. I'm going back to the gym as soon as the sick has left my body. Starting Monday, probably. And I have like nearly 2 months, almost 3 months under my belt now of being back at the gym, but you know, the sickness is kind of wrecking me. I finally hit 1 plate bench. Nice. My birthday was yesterday. Hell yeah. This is Big Dunas and Hightail YouTube guy. I figured. It was a lucky guess. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm so excited about High Clash. There's so much lore that I haven't told you guys about. There's so many inspirations. There's so many... Oh, dude, one of them is crazy. One of them is actually crazy. Do I spoil one more character? Alright, just to put in perspective, like, the themes of this game and how I'm not afraid to, like, go kind of crazy with it. Here's one more, and then we're not leaking anything else today. So, again, prefacing, it's in the Renaissance times kind of deal, magic stuff, whatever. Imagine there's an expert wizard, right? He has an ability that he was born with on top of being able to do magic. He has this ability that he doesn't understand how it works, like the mechanism of it, but he's able to briefly pause time and then be able to do what he wants while time is paused for a little bit, like a couple seconds. So he uses this ability, like he's able to move when time is paused, but everything around him is not. So he uses this ability to be an assassin, right? As you can imagine, makes it very easy to take out hits if you're, you know, able to freeze time. So he does that for a while, but he decides that, you know what, he needs to... He thinks to himself, I need to clean up my act, because he finds a girl. That's always the reason, right? He finds a girl, and that girl wants him to go clean and to live a normal and enriching life, not kill people sort of thing. So he goes clean for a while until money problems start to happen. He can't really have a normal civilian job. He doesn't make a whole lot of money. And then he's pressured because of some bills or whatever to kill again. So he decides he's gonna do it one more time for some easy money because he like really needs it for some important payment. He goes out on this quote final hit, and then an accident happens, as if the universe, like bad karma, right, is just punishing him for going back on his promise. So he decides he's gonna do one more job. Bad accident happens to him, and it's a killing blow. it's like maybe an explosion, maybe he gets shot, maybe, or there aren't really guns, but there are arrows, right, and crossbows, right? So something really horrible happens, but he uses his ability to pause time at the literal instant that he is hit. So he's able to save his own life, but he has to keep his pause time around, my vision in my head is like around his head, like maybe a crossbow bolt or something. He has to focus it to not die, essentially. He paused time right at the instantaneous, like, moment before death. So he's, like, disfigured because of this, right? So this, like, assassin guy is just perpetually almost dead, or, like, is dead, or half dead. So then he can't see the girl anymore because he doesn't want to have her see him like that. Doesn't want to, like, have her know or find out that he went back on his promise. But anyway, because of that, he's forced back into a life of crime. And there's a certain powerful character, which I'm not going to spoil, that promises to fix him if this assassin works for him for an extended period of time. So that's his motivation, is to get his life back. But in the meantime, he's forced to kill for money. So that's another character concept. A lot more mature than the other one. But I think it's a really interesting... I think that's going to make for a very interesting little quest line. And none of these are like main characters. These are all just people you meet along the way playing the game. Like, none of them are actually central to the plot, which is kind of crazy. My goal is to have about 100 of these. Not for launch or anything like that, but just like to fill out the world and have NPCs, you know, that all have backstories and interesting things about them. And so, yeah. So he's running around with an arrow in his head. That is the goal. It could, maybe there's like a whole chunk of his head missing, you know? Like, he could extend his moment of dying to like years or something. And in that time, his goal is to find a way to fix himself to stop it from happening, sort of thing. And if you can guess, there is an inspiration for that character. I wonder if anyone is cultured enough to know who this character loosely is based off of. There's a specific movie I have in mind. I'll give chat like a minute to think about it before I say it. Oh, we got some donos there. Rad Nad Ravis. Thank you for the T1 sub. And again, thank you, Looter, for the 5. A Blizzard with the I already said that one. But thank you again, Blizzard. Pengy the Gamer, thank you for the Prime. Henry Brickman. By chance, are you referencing Henry Stickmin, the character in them Flash games back in the day that were really fun? What was the hint? The whole backstory of the character was the hint. Okay, well, there's a specific scene that honestly is too violent, I think, to even show on stream. But there's a movie called, I think it's like Flashpoint Paradox or something. There's like this thing that happens to Reverse Flash that's kind of similar. If anyone's seen that. But assuming, I think it would have been pretty obvious to people that have seen it. So I don't know if anyone in chat's seen it. I believe you need to be a little faster to farm Sunflower effectively. Oh, what's the speed? I mean, 327 is Kane, but... You fishbrain, someone mentioned it as you explained it in chat? Really? Which chat? Was it on Twitch? I want to scroll up and see it. Oh, and now Botrex joins the channel for YouTube chat. Wait, no, I've been seeing YouTube messages. I don't know what's happening. Oh, wait, it was Henry that said it. That's the Reverse Flash. Yeah, that's what he did when Batman shot him in the head. Yes. Yes, correct. I want it to be distinct though. Like, I didn't entirely just rip off the character. There's other elements from like other characters, but I thought that concept was too cool not to do. Like the concept of extending a moment of death just long enough to save yourself is kind of crazy. It's a cool concept. In the universe you're making, will there be any steampunk elements? Oh yeah. There's gonna be a faction that's like, their whole thing is like using technology and magic together, and they have a lot of like body augmentation kind of stuff going on, like cyborgs almost, but like magic. That was another leak. Ooh. Isn't it 328? Okay. If it's 1% speed faster, I think we'll be fine. That's funny though. The fact that the mods haven't give you a -1 intelligence talisman called Fish Brain. You know what? If there's an opportunity again for me to add an item to the game, I think it should be the Fish Brain. I don't know if it's going to be a reforge, a talisman, but that would be funny. Having a literal fish brain be an item. Personally, I'd look into the Monster Garden's interpretation of dwarves. It kind of dips into that kind of idea. Okay. Brain the fish. Ooh. That might be the best interpretation of the concept, actually. I do wish it would do something, though. Do they have 14th century cyber psychosis? Ooh, that's kind of crazy. Hold on. Yeah, for those that don't know what that is, correct me if I'm wrong, but my interpretation of that is when people talk to ChatGPT and it just reaffirms everything they think, and then they like have a manic episode or something, or they actually have psychosis because like they're basically talking to a very intelligent and manipulative yes man. Oh, the cyberpunk version of okay, right, the cyberpunk thing. I have seen Edge Runners, the show. Yes. The thing with that though, the thing that kind of tripped me up with that concept is like, why would replacing your arm make you go insane? That never really made sense to me. Like, it's one thing if you're adding like heads up display to your vision or like auditory like feedback, like something that messes with your brain maybe, but like the whole concept of just, oh, more metal means you go insane, like it's a loss of humanity. But that's just a mindset, though. You know? It doesn't... it made for a good plot point, but lore-wise, they didn't quite sell it to me. Because, like, I don't know. And why is it that when you have a loss of humanity, your first instinct is to just go feral and kill everything? Like, I don't know. Again, it made for a good plot, but it just didn't really make a lot of sense to me. It's like Dr. Octavius. Yeah, but his thing is that the arms had an AI that was tapped directly into his brain. Like, that makes sense. Like, we already know that the brain can be manipulated to feel certain things, because that's what happens with our gut microbiome. Like, if you eat, like, a ton of sugar for an extended period of time, you cultivate a, you know, biome that wants more sugar, and it makes you actually have withdrawals and like feel horrible if you don't. But yeah, I don't know. The idea of like, there is a character whose mind is being messed with already, but in a different way. I don't want to spoil it though, because it is kind of central to the plot. Well, one of the plots. There's a lot of intermixed plots, but like the main one. That in itself is technically a spoiler, but I mean, it's so vague, no one's gonna know what the hell I'm talking about. Sugar withdrawals suck. Yeah, yeah. I don't think I've ever really experienced it, to be honest. I was like, I like sweet things, but like, I eat a lot of fiber and like meats, so I think I balance it out. I don't know. Ooh. By the end of the stream, you're gonna have spoiled the whole server. Oh, it would take me to spoil the whole thing. I'd have to sit here for 12 hours and do nothing but leak information. One more spoiler, please. I don't know, Chad. I don't know. Who else can I talk about and it doesn't leak what's happening in this story? I don't know if there is. Maybe. Let's see. Let's look. Who else do we... Who or what else do we have here? I did want to build out the character of, like, the assassin guy's fiance a little bit. Maybe give her some, like, Who's the mother of, like, the Weasleys in the Harry Potter books and movies, where she's kind of, like, in her own right, a pretty powerful wizard, but she just has a lot of responsibilities or whatever? Like, I want that, but that's not a very exciting thing to talk about until it's fleshed out in the story. I don't know. What's he talking about? Upcoming Hytale server that has a lot of lore. Maybe I could leak a mechanic. Let's do that. Let's leak a mechanic. What is something interesting that the game has as a feature? I think I've said this one already, so I'll just add it on top of whatever I'm gonna think of, but if you've ever played Fallout Shelter, where you can assign, like, vault dwellers, or in this case settlers, to stations, they work for you autonomously while you're offline, kind of like a minion, but they're only effective as a unit, them plus the station, and they work offline. But you can also have your character be one of those settlers that works and does stuff for you while offline. So, like, yeah. So you'd be able to, for example, let's say you know you're going to be away for, like, a day. You'll have, like, a default thing your character does when you're offline, and maybe it's, like, working the water pump or manning a turret or something. Or not a turret, there's no turrets, but, like, a guard tower. Finally cracked and bought Cursebreaker with your code? Hell yeah. Congratulations. You now own what's going to be one of the best games of all time. Are we gonna get a character like Snape? Ooh. They just hate the player's guts for seemingly no reason. But, like, I kind of like that. Snape is a very complex character. Like, you don't know why he hates Harry until later when you find out that, like, James Potter pulled him away from Lily. And, like, he just kind of hates him because of that. It was like a future he never had. And yet, at the same time, he has to keep Harry alive because he loves Lily too much, or something like that, I believe. It's an interesting concept. I do kind of like it. I don't know if it'd be for the main character, but definitely something. I'll put Snape as an inspiration somewhere. Some character that has similar motivations to Snape from Harry Potter. There you go. It's in the document. Oh yeah, Quaglet tweeted today that I have the same birthday as LeBron? Was it LeBron? I thought that was interesting. I also thought it was kind of funny because I think Dorelius compared me to LeBron like a few days ago on a tweet. Which, in the sense of like being the GOAT in Skyblock, which, hey, I'll take some praise. I'll take some free praise. Thank you, thank you. So the Snape character could be like conflicting beliefs of hate and care. Yeah, exactly. I just want to like think about it, right? Because like I don't know, I don't want to rip off any characters. I want it to fit into the lore naturally. So, like, I'd have to produce scenarios that make sense. And, if possible, tie it to, like, bigger events that are wider reaching. Again, like Potion Guy, he plays a big part in some other thing that I haven't mentioned yet. Will you be 30 on 30-30-30? Well, first off, there's only 12 months, so that's not going to happen. And it's not going to be in 2030, it's going to be in 2027. So, rip. How many more hours of grind did the new garden update add? Probably like 100. You got autism. Not diagnosed, but highly suspicious. I probably am on the spectrum somewhere. Not probably. I mean, almost certainly. It's not normal to be able to put 100-hour work weeks in every week. I influenced a possible character in High Clash. Hell yeah. But what's the actual mechanic I was gonna leak? I don't even remember. Let's see. There's so many sections to this game that it's kind of hard to actually pinpoint any specific mechanic. There's so many. Okay. You know what? Let's leak. I'm thinking about the consequences of talking about this. Can I say this on stream without having people copy my homework? No, actually. It's too central of a concept. All right, we're gonna have to do a different one. Okay. Here's one that's kind of inconsequential. You know how in Schedule 1, how there's different, like, tiers of the same product? Now, again, in my game, we're not gonna sell drugs. It's gonna be, like, crops, you know, like potatoes and whatnot. But, like, depending on how you produce the product, the base product, right? How high quality the base ingredient is dictates the quality of the final product, right? So, like, let's say you could make carrots by just putting seeds in the ground, barely watering it, and then you get a common carrot. Or you can have it be properly hydrated under UV lights and have fertilizer in the soil. Maybe have it at the correct elevation or something stupid. I don't know. Maybe some enchantment that works on it or whatever. And then it pops out as a legendary carrot. And then whatever products you make with it get special perks or whatever. Factorio quality? Oh, I didn't know Factorio had that system. I haven't played it yet. But, then if you were to make, say, consumables, like in this carrot example, let's say some kind of carrot soup. Maybe if you have a rare or better, carrot soup, then you get a status effect when it's consumed where you have a higher FOV if you're an NPC. So in other words, if you're in a guard tower, you can see things in a wider radius. So it'd be harder to sneak by, and or night vision. And for the player, it might be a temporary, maybe just more HP, but also like a night vision kind of effect. So there's going to be crop rarities and product rarities in general. So not just crops, but other things too, like maybe ores, certain kinds of like stones or whatever. Oh, I just got a fire in a bottle. Those are useless now though. But yeah. Isn't Factorio a automation base building game? Yes. I told you there's a lot of inspirations for this game. But yes, there's going to be automation kind of mechanics on top of the fact that you're also building a base that could get raided by other players, but not in the Rust kind of way, in the Clash of Clans kind of way, where you don't lose your items, just currencies. Yeah, there's gonna be some really weird examples of inspirations that at surface level you'd go, what does this have to do with High Clash at all? Like, there are 3 horror movies that have elements we're gonna put into it. Like, there's gonna be, like, it's so wide reaching, the amount of stuff we're doing, but it does fit together in a good way. Will there be guild and clan teams? There's gonna be guilds, yes. Clans, probably not. Unless your specific base maybe is called a clan, but I call it a stronghold. With whom are you working on this again? So right now, the way it works is kind of like a monarchy, where I'm like the dude that comes up with like a lot of the, like the initial concept, most of the ideas, and I put together the game design document. And like after that initial period of making it, people will give me suggestions, kind of like you guys are doing right now in chat. And then I filter it, right? It goes into a page of the document called pending concepts. And then I'll dedicate like maybe a day a week to going on that page and then filtering like, okay, this is a cool element of a character or a mechanic or a storyline. How do I get it to fit in what we've already made? And of course, since I'm the guy, all the information for what the game is stored up here. So like, I call it the mono brain strategy, where there's no oversights, there's no bureaucratic delays, there's no, you know, game of telephone going on. I just know everything that needs to be known about the game, and I could slot in new ideas easy because I know exactly where a similar concept will fit. It's not usually the exact idea I'm given, it's like some spin of it so that it would fit better. And that's just what we've been doing. And I extend that beyond just mechanics, right? Also lore, the website, and there's definitely members of the team that are doing a ton of work. Like, for example, Chaos is effectively being like the organizer of the Discord and like getting people mobilized to do things. Alienator's in chat right now. He's been giving a ton of advice on pretty much across the board, but I'd say the most work is probably in game design elements. And also just general admin stuff. Fezzy, same thing. And like Fezzy, we've been doing a lot of like ideas on lore as well. And he definitely, I'm gonna want him to do some graphic work for sure. I'm trying not to call him Bernie anymore because he wants to be known as Alienator going forward with Hightail. So I'll hold back the urge to call you Bernie. Really excited to talk more about the lore? Yeah. It's going to be really cool. And it's going to go in a lot of ways you don't expect. But not for the sake of being different. The story does... What's cobbling together right now is turning out to be very, very interesting. So you just know everything about a game that doesn't exist yet. What if you forget stuff? I have the game design document. I keep it all stored in that document. I haven't seen you this excited since the release of Dungeons. Yeah. Yeah, what a disappointment that turned out to be, unfortunately. Again, no offense to Skyblock, but man, initial Dungeons, when it first came out, that was rough. So you got a good team of programmers? Oh yeah, we got people all across the board. Like especially like special shout out to WaterDev for like doing a lot of the back end work, the website work. Like, I guess people just kind of like take up roles. They almost like, there isn't like any top down like, okay, I need all of you to do all these things. It's more like I bring up an idea, and then whoever's the most excited about that portion of the idea will take up the task, right? So like I'll have a list of things that need to get done, and then the staff team talks amongst themselves and figures out who wants to do what. And honestly, I think it's a way better system. it's kind of like the reverse of what a big company does, where it's just like they give a specific person a specific task and it makes them feel like it's not their own project or vision, and they kind of hate it a little bit. I'd like to think with this model where it's kind of like a job board and you could snatch a task off of it and do it yourself, that element of choice I think really helps make people still feel like their work is their own. It's gonna be cool. I would like at some point on the website to make a page like thanking everyone that is involved, because again, it is all volunteer for now. And I definitely want them to get credit. I don't want to take credit for the whole game. That's a bold statement. What is? How's your greenhouse looking? Maybe show after contest? Oh, I didn't even realize we were in the middle of a contest right now. Whoops. Are we gonna talk about Kudra? Yeah. Once this garden update stuff is done, then perhaps I'll go back to Kudra. It sounds like a much healthier approach to game creation. Well, what it also does too is it, like, if no one takes up a task, that probably means that it's not a well-designed task, right? Like, it's either too hard to do, not well-defined, not a lot of people are interested. So it's kind of like a built-in feedback mechanism. So I kind of like that. Or something that me as the person in charge, I could just take up the task myself. Okay, like Hytale isn't launching in 2 weeks. I know. I know. Did you get any presents for your birthday? I've been, over the years, kind of making it, like, more and more low-key, my birthday. Like, I don't really ask for... I don't have a list anymore. I don't ask for presents. I feel like it'd be almost irresponsible at this point for me to do that, because thanks to you guys, and especially, like, Creator Code the streams, and who knows what's gonna happen with High Clash. Like, I might end up being a very wealthy person. And, so it's really just the thought that counts, like getting a message from someone, especially someone I haven't heard from in a while. It's always nice. I like hanging out with people. Like, one of the best gifts that could probably be given to me at this point is like some kind of experience, or like the golden example is like finding some way to make my life a little easier. Which my mom is very good at, actually. She always, every year, finds some niche product that shaves a few minutes off my day, which is cool. And I got a really nice shirt from my dad. I'm definitely bringing that one to a date, for sure. And this, like, neck massager thing, which is in the corner of the room right now. But overall, I don't really ask for presents, really, anymore. I'd rather give presents. You still talking to that girl? Which one? At the moment, I'm only talking to one girl, and I don't think I mentioned her yet on stream. The other one, she said some things that were... I don't know. I don't wanna out any tea on the stream. I don't do that, and I'm gonna continue to not do that. But it turned out we were not a good match, is all I'm gonna say. Yeah, the past couple days I've been talking with a really good match, but we'll find out. First date hasn't happened yet. Spill the tea? No. It's pretty bad, though, I will say. But that story is never finding the light of day. But it was bad. Am I high, or are these sunflowers regrowable and turning blue? So, they're technically moonflowers. They're not sunflowers. Or, what is this called? Eclipse. Okay, so the crop, it's either, when you collect sunflowers, you either get sunflowers during the day or moonflowers during the night from the Eclipso. That's how it works. You got us curious? Sorry. I just can't talk about it on stream again. I don't want to be that guy. I wouldn't want my dirty laundry outed on some other... Like, what if I dated a girl that's a streamer and she did... I wouldn't like that. I'm not gonna do that. I've never done that, and I'll continue to not do that. All I'll say is that by the time I finally do find the one, the amount of funny stories for just how awful my dating life's been up until that point, it's gonna be cinema. We believe in you, 30. Yeah, we'll see. I have a tendency to always screw it up somehow. If anyone in the Skyblock community can do it. What's your most rare drop in the entirety of Skyblock? I mean, it's not fair to bring up the quad drop in quiz, right? Because that's 4 items, but technically that was like almost a 1 in a million chance. You don't have many years left to start a family. That's just incorrect. I could be in my 50s and technically. Not saying that's good, but biologically, you know. I wouldn't want to do that, to be very clear. I don't know. I don't even bring up the idea of, like, kids and stuff. Like, I just don't think it would really be appropriate for me to even really think much of it, other than, like, once I'm 30. That's always been what I've said. Once I turn 30, then it's like, alright, what are we doing? But until then, let's just keep it on the down low. I got more important things to worry about right now. It's a marriage conversation, yeah. The more you be yourself, you'll start attracting only those people. Yeah, that's the way it's been for a while. Like, I haven't tried to put on a show for a date in quite a long time. Quite a long time. It's just disheartening having things not go anywhere because right out the gate someone finds out they're not compatible. Like, in the grand scheme of things, that's good, but it does a number on your mental a little bit. I've already seen what happens when you put on a show for a while and try to like all the things they like. I've been down that road. I've had the opposite happen. I've had it happen to me. It's just not fun. Daughter just turned 3, and it was 2 weeks after my breakup that I got... Oh. Yikes, dude. That's... I'm sorry to hear that, man. I hope it's going alright, though. It does sound crazy, though, to be nearly 50 by the time your kid's in high school. I mean, not to, like, expose too much of my stuff, but, like, my mom was 40 when she had me. Like... So, I don't know. Do you have a backup channel prepared just in case? Wait. I'm very worried that modern AI is going to get your entire channel banned because of the name. I have thought of that, yeah. And what's really concerning is that community guideline strike warning. I have not heard anything from anyone about resolving that. Like, when 90 days pass, it'll go away, which is nice, but, like, what if it happens again? I messaged 2 ex-partner managers, and I tweeted at Team YouTube. I tried DMing them, but they have it off. I reached out to like a half dozen creators that also have connections, and nothing has happened. Like, if that happens again, I'm screwed. So, I don't know. I am worried. What are we talking about? The false community guideline strike when I promoted the creator code. I wonder if Automod doesn't like my name too. What's up, Hellcastle? Yeah, I don't know. It does make me worried because I'm like YouTube's, like, not golden boy, that's Mr. Beast, but like, I'm a very well-behaved content creator. I have not done anything to not even skirting by the rules. Like, I'm just here doing everything. Like, ideally, this is the perfect channel for what YouTube wants for a gaming channel. And even I got hit with a false strike. Like, that's scary, dude. Yo, 4x6xj. Thank you for the 5 subs. Thank you, thank you. But yeah, I don't know. I think I need to get a partner manager again, like, really soon. Otherwise, we could have some problems. But I need to get more views again for that to happen. I know they didn't tell me that's the reason that the... Okay, so the way the partner manager thing works, you get one for like a year or 2, and then the contract just kind of falls off and you have to get a new one. And it didn't get renewed, I think because the channel's views dropped since, you know, 2 years ago. So I don't know. I think with Hightail, I just need to lock in and get views. Otherwise, if I don't have a partner manager by the time it happens again, that might just be GG. Because there's so many creators right now, I'm seeing their tweets where it's like, hey, my channel was suspended 2 months ago and I can't get it back. Like, that would not, that's just incompatible with, like, my career. I can't tank that. Like, the algorithm would absolutely annihilate the channel if it was deleted for 2 months. Even if it came back, like, that would just be GG, I think. Which is horrifying. Especially if the reason that a false strike happened is like something that multiple videos have. Because then you could just get the double, triple whammy, whatever, and you're just gone. Like, that's... I don't know. For now, I haven't lost sleep because of it, but I think about it. The more time went on, the more channel managers felt useless. All they did for me was try and push me to make shorts and nothing else. What's funny is I've been doing that. I've been making shorts. But, like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Starting in 2 days, food delivery apps in California will be mandated to refund entire orders, including tip, if there's been a problem. Ah. Shouldn't the company tank that? Isn't that, like, the whole point of them charging, like, 30 to 50% more for the same food? Man, I hate delivery apps. Like, how is it legal that the price could just be whatever you want and there not be some, like, mandated breakdown? Like, hey, here's the restaurant price and then here's our add-on for being an app. Like, they're not legally required to disclose that. That's terrifying. Like, you're hearing about, like, regional pricing now, surge pricing. Me personally, I want the cost of a good to be the cost. I don't want, like, it to change depending on who you are, where you are, when you bought it. Like, that is such a slippery slope. Like, imagine there's, like, a crazy hurricane coming up in Florida, and, like, the whole week and a half before that, any DoorDash orders of, like, essential goods just are like 4 times as expensive. And then people just straight up don't get access to it because they're priced out. Like, what if you're disabled in some way? Instacart shut down dynamic pricing due to the video? Wait, Consumer Reports and More Perfect Union did a full report on this on the YouTube channel? Oh, good! Wendy's has also shut down dynamic pricing. Oh, good. Hopefully we're... Alright. Well, okay, maybe not good. Here's the other problem. I tend to believe with problems like this, it needs to get worse before it gets better. And if like half of companies fix it, then there might never be a requirement for the other half to do it. You know what I mean? Like if everybody just did dynamic pricing overnight and people were outraged, and then like there'd probably be some like forced legislation, right? Where it's like the government has to respond and fix it. Like the whole thing happening in, what's it called right now? What's the thing with the Somalis? I don't want to get into it in the stream because it's just a whole mess. But like, what was it? Minnesota? How there's like 500 plus daycares that don't exist and there's like billions of dollars or something. I don't know. But like, that was a big enough story to get a reaction. But like, if these dynamic pricing things are only like in some places, the government might never do anything about it. I think me being sick and talking this much is a bad combination. Get some tea? Yeah, I could benefit from tea. I'd have to go downstairs to prep it though. Did the strike end up getting removed? No. Well, it's a warning, but it won't go away for 90 days. Well, I mean, how long has it been? A week? 2 weeks? It's probably been almost 2 weeks, so... probably about 15% of the way through that. The government's hands are pretty full right now. I don't know. I'm generally a believer in like having the government get their hands in the least things possible, but like one of the exceptions for that is consumer protections, because like you can't just have like I consider myself a capitalist, but at the same time like there's a limit. A truly free economy is only free until like the first few companies pull up the ladder from everyone else and do unfair garbage. Yeah, it has to be kept in check, exactly. My monitor keeps trying to do screen optimization at the worst times possible, where it turns off the screen for 10 minutes and you can't see anything because it's OLED. Here, you know what? I have to use the bathroom. I'll be back. BRB. I am back. Hello. One Piece might be the best anime I've ever seen. Really? I have not seen any of it. Not even one episode out of the 1,000+ there are. Such a large percent of viewers be lurkers? Yeah, that's how it is in Skyblock. How many moonflowers have we gotten up until this point? I'm curious. 23,000 enchanted? Hold on. Hold on. How much? How much is that in compacted? Ooh. Oh, hello. Hold on. I have to do some quick math. 16 times 16 is 256. That is more than enough to get, Recipe Fever. That's more than enough for Crop Fever 5. You know what, chat? I'm getting it. Let's do it. Let's actually do something this... Oh, we need a jukebox. Isn't that just a diamond surrounded in wood? L. Diamond. Logs. I don't have that many logs. I guess I'll use dark oak. I'm assuming that doesn't matter. I'll get a whole stack of jukeboxes for simplicity's sake. There we go. And then we go here. Nice. There's a Pest-Terminator book hidden in there. Let's get rid of that. I do like how Lunar nowadays puts the number for the tier of the enchantment next to the book. So I don't have to like use the search feature to figure out what I haven't combined yet. Crop Fever 5. Probably gonna need a Titanic. And yes, we should put it on this one because that's how we're gonna get the materials for Crop Fever for all the other crops. Ooh. Alright, chat, let's see. What are the effects of that? It doesn't even say. I didn't even take the time to read it. Let's actually... What does this say? When breaking crops, there is a small chance to trigger a crop fever. You'll roll additional drops for 60 seconds with a 15% increased chance for rare drops. I'm assuming that gets better as the enchantment tier goes up. That's the wrong... I think I went the wrong way. There we go. Yep, Eclipse is priority. Oh, I should clip that. There we go. The chance to proc increases? Okay. You've officially stepped over to Lunar? Yeah, they bought BLC, and they're moving all the features over slowly. Is that the regular sun and moonflower plot? For now, yeah. I'll upgrade to something better once... I'm sure it's already out there, designs or whatever, but... Just finished Nostalgia watching Solo Profile. Nice. I should do that. I don't think I've ever actually watched back the Solo series before. I've seen a few episodes over and over again, like Losing My Grasp on Reality is probably when the series was peaking. That's when it was just peak goofiness. It was very funny. Ooh, a manted claw that's worth like 2 coins. I feel like you need to make more entry-level content. Your stuff is very advanced lately. I get what you mean from a content creator standpoint, but as a player, I am not going back. Just crafted my first 2 pieces of Helianthus armor. I have enough to make 1 piece, but I probably shouldn't make any until I can make the full set. Hightail prices are different in some regions now. It's cheaper in India. So I guess the one exception to the regional pricing thing, I think that's fair. But I think like local regional pricing, like by zip code, should not be legal. I think in like a country, it should have a price. But that's it. You can't get more specific than that, in my opinion. Because otherwise companies are going to abuse that. If you don't have Sundial yet, then probably wait until 3. Well, that just makes sense, yeah. Oh yeah, I've dropped 2 overgrown grasses since the update. Nothing to use it on though, so Yeah, remaking the tier list videos wouldn't be a bad idea. I'd rather wait until 1.0, but who knows when that's gonna happen. Or if it'll happen. I want to see our first crop fever. That'd be fun if that happened on stream. Such a weird grind farming is. I feel like there's no definitive way to make a talisman guide now. Oh, there definitely is. It just would take a ridiculous amount of effort to weave together what is the optimal path. I mean, technically you could just go by coin value. That is kind of the best way to do it. But then it's a matter of how do you fit in the soulbound ones in appropriate spots. When high class drops, make a tier list of lore. It's gonna be weird with content. Like, do I just play my own server? Like, how's that gonna work? That'd be kind of weird, would it not? I don't even know mentally how that dynamic would work. I think it'd be funny if I made money-making guides for High Clash. Because that's like just hearing directly from the developers what they think the best thing is. I don't know. I think it would probably be best if I stick to only like the in-dev process for videos on High Clash, you know. Hey, what's good, 30? I don't know if you remember me, but me and my girlfriend are doing good. Turns out my ex was... Oh, I see. Well, I'm glad things are better now. Welcome to stream. Make guides that are intentionally horrible. Yeah, we're gonna need some content creators to make some let's plays and tutorials, guides. I think it would be cool. Here's a goal. I want High Clash's lore to be interesting enough that it gets a game theory episode. You look a lot healthier. I feel a lot healthier, despite the fact that I'm literally sick right now. But it's been a good month for me mentally. And as it turns out, physically, because apparently they are tied together pretty directly. Still not, like, perfectly where I'd want to be, right? Like, I'd rather be, you know, 13% body fat or less. What eating and exercise does to a man. Yeah. And having a project. Game theory would be crazy. I mean, see, again, he wants me to call him Alienator, but Bernie knows. He knows. He knows the lore, or at least the fragments of it. He hasn't seen it in like start to finish because that doesn't exist yet, but just from the notes, it is crazy. The machine said I had 7% body fat. Yeah, no. If you had 7% body fat, you would look unhealthy. Like, straight up. I don't think anyone should get that low. Then you start to look like a skinwalker or something. I know enough. Oh, thank you for joining. I show Wump. Game theory is not the same without MatPat. Yeah, I know. But like at the same time, like, what do you want him to do? Be like the dancing monkey for his audience for 50 years? Like at some point he's got to move on, you know? And I think the way that he passed the torch on was very good, especially with food theory. I think that channel especially is like doing great in its own right. My gym buddy had like 8% body fat at one point. It looked bad, to be honest. He also hated it. Yeah, no. Yeah, I would never. I think my lowest I'll go is probably 12%. No less than that. I respect MatPat's departure. Same. If anything, he's probably going to do a lot of good for me personally because he's advocating for creator rights in Congress right now. So I'm really hoping that... I'm wishing him luck with all that. What's up, Rob Bjorn? Yo! Speaking of high clash and all that stuff, what's up, man? Thank you for the T1 sub. Who would you say the all-time go-to Skyblock is? Techno. I mean, do I have to? It's definitely Techno. And I don't think it would be fair for me to speak any further on the goats of Skyblock. I'm the type of person, I'll take a compliment, but I'm never gonna say I'm better than anybody or that I'm like more of anything than anybody. I'll stick to facts, right? Like I can say objectively, like I get a lot of views because I used to upload a lot. You know, like I still consider channels that upload less often but make really high quality videos to still be like at the same tier or better than I am, you know, even if like their channel gets less views overall, that sort of thing. Ooh, we're getting a lot of Helanthus. How do you pronounce that, by the way? Helanthus? Helianthus? Like, how do you say that word? It sounds like something from like the mythological update, like one of those like Greek things. I remember watching Solo before when you were doing No Contraband. I saw your Iron Man videos on my YouTube feed and have been hooked for about a month. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, this is really the spiritual successor of Solo. For sure. Seriously, great to see you're still making videos. Also, it's super cool to see your face. Yeah. It is crazy, isn't it? That we're still here after 6 years. The channel's definitely not getting as many views as it used to, but it's not even by that much, to be honest. If I uploaded daily again and got similar views per video, it would probably only be like... It'd probably be more than half, probably like 75% the views we used to get. It's just not that much content nowadays. The heartbreaking headline of 2025 for me was animal employment has fallen 75% in Hollywood due to digital ones. What? Yeah, I think the entertainment industry in general is kind of screwed because of AI. Helianthus, I think, but that's just me. It is Greek. It does sound Greek. Helianthus. I don't know. Oh, SBO7143. Thank you for the YouTube member. It took me a second to remember what was happening on screen. TY. I'm going to be in business management major. Am I going to get cooked by AI, do you think? It's so hard to say. Because, like, AI's gonna... I think it's coming for everybody's job, personally. I don't think anyone's safe. I really don't. Like, I have such a doomer mindset about it, but, like, I just keep going over the logic in my head. Like, this isn't just another industrial revolution where, like, people are dumb and think, oh, we're never gonna see jobs again. Like, obviously, back then, technology advanced and so did the jobs. But when you come up with a tech that can learn how to do a job by itself, you've effectively... That's different. Like... Especially once it gets in robots. Like, once you have a, let's say, a humanoid robot, and you stick a ChatGPT similar product in it. I know it's technically not an LLM, it's like an action model, or like an LAM, a large action model, right? But, like, once you stick those into a humanoid chassis and add any degree of, like, I don't know, dude. It's gonna be able to do everything a human can do and more. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. More like a lame model. What about a plumber? Especially a plumber. Especially an electrician. Construction worker. Fast food worker. DoorDash driver. Doctor, lawyer, especially lawyer. Any task that requires a lot of information being compiled together are going to be the first to go. Consultants. Customer support's already dying. Facebook fired a few hundred people in the AI sector. So the people making AI aren't even safe from AI. That's crazy. Blue collar jobs are safe right now. I mean, here's the problem, right? Humanoid robots are coming. They are going to be here very soon. And the instant that one of them comes out and it can pay for itself in less than like a year, overnight there's going to be orders of tens of thousands of them, if not more, and every single person that was doing that job is fired, like, overnight, because it would just make financial sense. Like, if you can get a humanoid robot to, like, less than 10K, and they could just do what a 9-to-5 person would do physically, it's over. Like, someone has to maintain the robots? What about other robots? If a robot breaks, just get another one that's working currently from the fleet to go and fix it. Like, I don't think people understand that, like, we can't just come up with more jobs. Because, like, I mean, there's gonna be new jobs that get made, but only for the people that are at the upper echelon of, like, IQ. Like, you can't have someone upgrade from flipping burgers to, like, compiling data together to, like, figure out how, I don't know, like, AI, I don't know, dude. It's tough, because, like, the real complex jobs are, I don't know. Even them might get taken. Do you think AI would take spots in government? That's a scary thought. You're describing the plot of Nier Automata? I've heard of it, but I've never seen it. Employers don't want to hire people under 30 right now? Yeah. The real complex jobs are the friends we made along the way. You've never played Nier? No. Sadly, AI might be better than some of our current government members. First off, not sadly. Second off, they're definitely better. Because, like, the issue with humans in government is that they are corruptible. They are selfish. And they're easily manipulated by, like, fake data. You can't really argue with data, right? So, like, let's say we did come up with a model that's, like, the smartest we've ever seen. It's like 100, it's technically 100 small models all talking to each other, a council, if you will. And they're all tuned slightly differently, and they all have to come to a consensus, and then that's the answer it comes up with. Like, that kind of model is probably going to end up just being better at thinking than any human. And if you can somehow make one that's not gonna try to murder everyone, and then you make it just make all the decisions, it'll probably just make better decisions straight up, like every time. It'll be able to see the big picture, see where all the levers are getting pulled, like where the corruption is. We're cooked. We are cooked. Not quite yet, but it's sometime in the next couple of years. We're going to need a major change in how the world does economies. Issue is data doesn't always tell the full picture, though. So that's why AI can't make morally correct decisions. Unless that decision's already been made, or similar decisions already been made and had good reception in the past. It's like AI code, right? Like, AI code is one of the few things that's like better than other generative AI stuff, because you have examples on like Stack Overflow of people figuring out some problem that, you know, might seem abstract, but it applies to like hundreds of different applications, you know? I'm not a communist, but I can see how capitalism... I can't see how capitalism would work when there's almost no jobs left. Same. Again, I'm a capitalist, but at the end of the day, we're gonna need a UBI. Like, straight up. Like, there's no other way. It's UBI or half the population starves and dies. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. But anyway, enough doomerism with AI. This happens at least once a stream. Managing a country is super hyper specific and has new situations constantly. I mean, true, but you know that phrase, right? The history doesn't repeat itself, but it rhymes. I think at one point there's gonna be an AI that fully figures out human psyche and just like it can predict how a human would react in a certain scenario before we even do anything. I mean, to an extent, that's what's happening in my brain when I think about how awful the government is and like compare it to game design, where it's like a bunch of players abusing the system because the system was not well designed. Like, that mindset, who's to say you can't automate that? But anyway, enough of that. We need a new topic, chat. You know what? Here's a good one. What'd you guys get for Christmas? let's not be doomer. Let's forget about that for a little while. What's your favorite gift this year? Oh, girlfriend, that's a crazy gift. Crazy gift. That has layers to it. Now that I think about it. Anyways, a second monitor? Hell yeah. A rug. Authentic Pokemon Fire Red? That's pretty sick. I was drifting in a 25-year-old Japanese car. What would that even look like? I'm not well versed in what cars in Japan looked like 25 years ago. 32 gigs of RAM? Oh, that's a crazy gift in these times. In this economy? Wow. Might as well have been gifted a gold bar. I've watched your room in the background get progressively more crowded over the last 3 years. Yeah, it has. That's been the whole house. Like, it was weirdly empty for like 2 years. Some vinyls. Nice. I'm like the worst person ever to get gifts for. Nowadays, if I want something, I just buy it. Unless it's stupid. As much as I want to get like an EV, for example, there's no reason. Oh, and then someone in chat's like, what's your dream car? I don't know. For a while, I wanted a Tesla Model 3, but honestly, there's better options nowadays. What's that other sedan that's electric that's like getting a lot of attention right now? My brain wants to say Eclipse, but that's not what it is. Isn't it Lucid Motors? What's their sedan? I don't remember. I heard it was very high quality, like premium, but also very effective use of electricity. I don't remember. Whatever their equivalent of gas mileage is. Why EV? I already have solar panels, so I can get a charger installed, and I just won't have to pay for transportation at all if I own the car outright. Not even gas. Are you looking forward to anything in Skyblock in 2026? Nothing specific. I just hope whatever they drop doesn't have crazy playtime requirements, because I'm just not going to have the time. How many watts is your system? I think it's like 11 kilowatt or something. It's been good. It's been saving me a lot of money these past couple of years. Electric prices like shot up right after I got the system installed. How much do you make a month? As much as... Okay, normally I'd be perfectly okay with saying that, but I do think that people do get weird with money. I don't know. Maybe someday. Maybe someday in the future, but for now I cannot. What are you grinding? Just moonflower so I can get there's a few crafts I need it for. I like how I'm the only one commenting on Kick. Yeah, that's how it goes. When you upgrading your GPU? I got a 4090. I don't need to upgrade for like 6 years. You maxed the tool out to MK3? I don't have the Jacobs tickets. I have the mats, but I don't have the tickets. I was considering solar panels, but they're too expensive. Yeah. Especially now that the tax credit's gone. Ooh. My dad and I are going to try to build lithium batteries. Ooh. I've been hearing a lot about solid state batteries lately. I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be cool. If for those that don't know, solid state batteries charge faster, have higher capacity, and don't explode. So it seems just like an upgrade all around. Like, we're gonna have phones that have like 10,000 milliamp hour capacity. We're gonna have EVs that have 1,000-mile range plus. It's gonna be great, and it's gonna charge just as fast as getting gas. I do not make 7 figures, okay? No, not even close. Not even a fraction of that. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. It's at least 6 figures. That I'll say. 7 pests. Oh. It whips. My bad. I did not see that. He makes enough to be a Florida man comfortably? Exactly. That's why I moved here. It's insane sometimes hearing like delusional content creators go on about how much money they need to survive. Like, I genuinely don't know if they're playing a bit or not. Like, at one point I think I heard someone say that like, oh, I can't survive on less than 10K a month. What? Are you serious? $10,000 a month isn't enough? Like, where the hell are you living? Probably California. But like, that should be more than enough. That is ridiculous. They want sympathy and more views for more money. Well, true, but like, that's ridiculous. I'll tell you what, chat. I've made very smart purchasing decisions to the point where maintaining my lifestyle, you know what? If you know the answer, don't say it. But if you don't, I want you to guess. How much money do I need in cash every month coming in to maintain my lifestyle? I'm curious what you think. Three, 4, 2.5, 600. It's not that low. It's like 1,200 bucks. 1,200 bucks and I'm chilling. Now, if I didn't rent out the rooms, then it'd probably be like double that. But still, well, more than double. Like, it'd be like 2.5. 2.75K a month. So like, when people say that they need like 10 grand plus a month to survive, I roll my eyes. Like, for someone making as much as you do, you should have set up something better, you know? Are you in debt? I mean, I have a mortgage, but like, it's at a fixed rate and I rent out the rooms and it completely offsets that. So I don't know. Other than that, not really. I've never paid a cent in credit card interest in my life. Mine in Lebanon's about 600, and that's like the whole family, not just me. Oh yeah, that's the other thing too. Living in the US is so much more expensive than other places, and even then, I still can get it under 3. They're just probably only slightly older than me. Life matures you quickly in mid-20s. Oh yeah. For me, most of my growing up was when COVID happened. A little before when COVID happened, like 2019, 2020 was like huge for like growing up for me. Well, especially after the summer of 2018, but I don't want to. Speaking of dirty laundry, I'm not going to be airing that out. Why do so many people not just purchase assets at their so-called peak and then lease and live off that? Because they're stupid, uneducated, greedy. I don't know, man. It's a pretty simple formula, honestly. I mean, I know a lot of people are not comfortable living with roommates, but, like, get over it, dude. Like, who wouldn't want to live with friends? Like, you're telling me if you had the option for, like, your friend group, like, 3 to 4 people, just, like, get in a place, like, that's not cool to you? Like, that, isn't that sick? Now, obviously, paying for collecting a down payment is not easy. Like, straight up, you're gonna need an injection of money because of taxes, right? Like, that, I feel. Like, if you're, like, on the, what's it called? If you're on the hamster wheel right now and the amount you save is very little, I don't blame you. The system's literally made to keep you down. But if you're one of these people making 10K plus a month and you're single and don't have a family, what are you doing? You should be saving at least half of that every month, at least. And that's still living large, $5,000 a month. If you, like, don't even have a place yet, like, what are you doing? As long as they're good friends and not complete randoms, yeah. Even then, like, my first round of roommates, I used a website to, like, find people that were looking for rooms, and it did background checks. And that's what made me comfortable enough to actually, like, embrace it. And sure enough, one of those 2 people is still here after, like, 3 years plus. And we're good friends. Depends on the state, I guess. Is it cheaper than a solo apartment? Oh, yeah. If you get a house, right? If you rent a house with 3 roommates, let's say if we're in Florida, right, the Tampa area, you're looking at probably like $3K a month for like a nice place. If you split that in 4, what's that like? I can't do math in my head right now. 3,000 divided by 4, and let's say that includes utilities. That's like $750 a month, dude. That is cheap. That is cheap. You can make $750 in, like, even if you were making minimum wage, probably like what, a week, 2 weeks, probably 2 weeks. The problem is I don't know what minimum wage here is. Let me see. Was like $14. Minimum wage, Florida. 14 an hour, yep. So 14 times 40. In a week, you've already gotten 560. So, like, yeah, and then times 2. Oh, yeah. Within 2 weeks, you'd be able to pay for your rent and probably, like, most of your food, if not all of your food. And then the other 2 weeks you can save. Well, okay. Third week would go to car payments / insurance and all that other garbage. So you'd have, like, roughly, like, $600 a week you could save. Even minimum wage, if you have 4 people in a house. It's very economical. Taxes. Oh. Man, to be fair, you can't. Okay, with minimum wage, it's very difficult to save. That I hate this country sometimes, dude. Like, you should not be taxed if you make less than 100K a year. That's so bad. Oh, taxes, dude. You're right. Granted, other states have higher minimum wages, but then again, the real estate's more expensive too. So, like, ugh. I don't know, man. It genuinely makes me sad. Like, there's people that, like, put in hard work every day, well, 5 days a week, and, like, they just can't get ahead because of taxes, dude. It's so sad. How do taxes work for you? It's not really. It's like any other person that's self-employed. It's not that complicated. The way it works is I get paid, no money's taken out for taxes, and I make enough that it has to be quarterly. So like, I'll estimate what I'm probably gonna owe in taxes for a year, divide it in 4, and then every 3 months I'll pay that to the government. And then whatever difference there is, I either give or get back on tax day the next year. And I have to fill out a bunch of paperwork. It's annoying, but it's not that bad. Although I will say, at least in cities, it's not too hard to find a job that pays above minimum wage. Yeah, but the thing is, taxes completely ruin it, dude. Like, genuinely, this might be a rash thing to say, and it ultimately is not going to matter because of the whole AI thing. But, like, if we were to have an instant fix, there's, like, for the economy, there's, like, 3 things I would do, probably. Off top. There might be more important things to do, but here's, like, 3 really big ones. 1... no taxes unless you make 100K and have it a year and have it scale with inflation, right? Like, you should not, like, you're like literally robbing the poor before they can even do anything. It's stupid. I hate that. So make that change. Change number 2 is honestly probably combine all the social programs we have into just a UBI that like applies to everybody, so that there's no like fraud or like people abusing the system and then other people being left behind by the system because they make slightly too much money. I'd rather it just be universal, apply to everybody, and maybe, yeah, it'd be a little less for the super, super high use people, but like most of them are fraudsters anyway. You know, have it be like a reasonable amount that someone could like live off of. 29 hoes. It's a level 29. That kind of combined 2 of the 3, not gonna lie. So maybe it's just those 2 things. I remember when you were talking about making content creation your main job. How's that going for you? It's been excellent. I will admit I got very lucky, but I also worked very hard. I put in more hours than is reasonable for years and years and years to the detriment of my mental health. But like, here we are, you know. It was a big risk, but I happened to roll a high roll. If we're talking D&D, I rolled probably an 18 out of 20, maybe. If I rolled a 20, then I'd probably be like a celebrity right now or something. I probably would have jumped off of Skyblock in 2021 when my popularity was at its peak and then did something else. I don't know. That would be the 20 roll. But we missed that. We missed that boat because I was too anxious to leave. You see, 30, the problem is you're making too much sense, and that gives people a chance to live their lives. And America can't have that, can we? No, I guess not. Like, we don't like to admit it, but like, anyone that makes like less than 60K a year is basically an indentured servant. That's really what we have going right now. And I don't like that. That sucks. That really sucks. Do you think you'll ever peak again? Who knows? It doesn't really matter. I got what I wanted out of being a YouTuber, you know? It'd be nice if I hit 1 million subs, but that's kind of arbitrary. Okay, it is arbitrary, but at the same time, that golden plaque. If I got that, then my YouTube life is complete. I think whatever happens after that point, at least I got to the 1 million. So that's still a stretch goal, I suppose. But if that was my peak, I'm still happy with it. I just want the opportunity to make cool projects and not be torn away from my possessions or my house or whatever, right? As long as I'm like financially stable and I have a lot of time to dedicate to projects, I'll be happy. But maybe. It's hard to say if I'll really blow up, because if it was my goal to be a huge YouTuber, I probably should go all in on that. But my goal really right now is to make a cool project, and that's High Clash. So I'd have to be a wizard to peak again with YouTube while also doing the server stuff. Any idea why I'm being spammed to join guilds? Yeah, it's probably scammers. I think you're right. Might be a stupid question, but how'd you get the original sunflowers for the plot? Doesn't Flower Minion place sunflowers occasionally? I'm pretty sure it does. I'm fairly certain that's where I got it. Do you think you'll grind for things like Jade and Rose Dragon? Oh, wait. What is that? We hit... Oh! Oh, wow. We're actually fairly close to maxing out Moonflower. Huh. Okay. Pests drop them too? Oh, true. Pests do drop them, right? So the fastest way to get your first sunflower is probably just to put down the rat traps. And then just hope for a dragonfly. Yep. Yeah, Rose Dragon's gonna be weird. You need to do a lot of mutations for that, which we'll see. Oh, hello. Virtual Jin, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Yo. It's funny, I just looked over to check if I missed any donos, and then I just see that pop up right away. Thank you, man. Oh, Bernie sent the sub 30 minutes ago. I didn't even see that. Thank you for the prime alligator. 5,000. Why did you send that as your message for the sub? You know how people say that someone's the goat of something? He said the throat of Skyblock. I don't like that. The highest recorder of all time. I'm literally sober right now. Le Flying Taco, thank you for the prime as well. I apologize for missing that. Simon plays Roblox for fun. Thank you for the initiate on YouTube for joining. I wonder what game he plays. It's kind of difficult to expand your channel because of the category. I think there's enough of an overlap, especially with High Clash. I think, like, obviously me being the Skyblock guy, right? People are going to be curious when they say the Skyblock guy made a game, you know? So, I think that'll be really interesting. Perhaps I will be the one to make the lifeboat that Skyblock players go to Hightail. I'll be the one that makes the game they all play. Who knows? Do you think Hightail could bring a new Prime/Golden Age? Again, it really depends. It really depends. Would you consider variety streaming? No, unfortunately. As much as I've always wanted to do that, it never gets views. Like, variety content's been dead for nearly a decade on the platform. There's so few YouTubers left that can do it. They have to be grandfathered in, or have multiple games strung together by the same common theme. Like, one example I could think of is Dragoon. I think he could make a video about nearly any game as long as it's like this, like, unhinged, like, extremely random references, like, niche offshoot goal. He could do that with any game and probably get views, right? But what strings it together is that common theme. Like, just being a Let's Player that plays random games, like, that's so long dead. Amazon Prime is so valuable, especially around Christmas, probably saved at least 200 in discounts. I'd be careful with that mindset because that's exactly what they want you to think. The problem is the 5% discount for Prime and the free shipping is built into the price of the actual products. You're paying for convenience. Like, if you want value, almost never is Amazon the best. I only religiously use it because it's convenient, and for me, the value proposition makes sense because it saves time. But, like, most normal people would be better off at, like, Walmart. And they would probably get more for their money, like, better stuff for their money. Aren't you afraid that Hytale will be a flop? It won't. And even if it was, it needs to just be at least a popular Skyblock. And even then, if it's not, all it takes is for one server owner to make a really awesome game within Hytale, and then players will flock to that server, therefore Hytale. You know what I mean? Like, Hytale's not just gonna, like, flop if it's bad. Because, like, someone will make it better. And that someone will be me if no one else does it. And it'll probably be me regardless. I'm hoping to make a really sick freaking game in Hytale. %90 of Amazon is just Alibaba flips. Yeah, exactly. It's freaking drop shipping. Same thing. Yep. It's been that way for a long time. How old are you now? Like 35? 35? 28. Ah, you know, I can't even say I'm 27 anymore. Yep, as of today, I'm 28. Something changes, you know? It's like, it's one of those, like, numbers look more or less than they actually are kind of thing. Like, when I was 27, it almost sounds like I'm in my mid-20s. 28? Nah, bro, late 20s. It's over. My mid-20s are officially over. That's sad. Oof. It's almost like, maybe I sound crazy for this, but, like, if you're watching a YouTube video and it's like 28 minutes versus 31 minutes, the 31-minute video almost seems shorter. I know it's a bigger number, but, like, something about it, I don't know. I probably sound insane right now, but it's like that kind of thing. Like, certain numbers just look better. And I think 28 is an ugly number. No more getting asked for ID, it's over. Oh, dude, I get carded all the time. Well, not all the time, because I don't go out all the time, but whenever I do, that happens. There are benefits to being a gamer and staying inside all day. You don't get the sun damage on your skin, so you don't look as old as you are. Isn't it policy for a lot of places to card anyone that looks under 40? A lot of places, yeah, but I've seen direct evidence. Like, I'm in a group and they card me, but not everyone else. Like, it's happened. 29's worse? True. You also don't get vitamin D. Well, you know, controlled exposure to the sun, like a quick little 15-minute to 30-minute walk outside. That's enough. Have you played other games recently? Not really. Earlier this year, I played Stalker 2. That was a good game. But not really. Schedule 1, I guess. I just don't play a lot of games. Would you consider yourself a healthy person? Relative to your average American, yes. Do I feel like I'm perfect? No. Do I feel like I'm 90%? No. I think I'm at like maybe 80% of my optimal health, if that makes sense. I feel like 29 is worse sounding than 30. No. Once you cross the threshold of 3 in the first digit, I feel like at least on the dating apps, that's like a limit. I know for me it is. Like, I would really struggle to match with a girl currently that's 30 plus, sorry. As much as I hate to say that. That is a cutoff point for me. My friend says your voice is calming. Oh, nice. I think it's annoying personally, but I'm glad you think so. How long have I been streaming? 2.5 hours. Wow. And I've just been in this same exact plot. Oh, there's a Wild Rose contest happening right now? Hold on. Can I get a Turbo Rose book right now? Hold on a second. I have 2 minutes to get any rating in this contest. Hold on. Let's do that real quick. I said this 13 minutes ago. Yeah, I fish brained it. But what matters is we're getting the book now. Worst scam you've fallen for? I paid a Minecraft server host company like $500, and the network I was hosting went down about 10 times in a week, and I said enough is enough, I want my money back, and I had to charge back through PayPal, and even then I only got half of it back. So that was probably the worst time. Oh, I'm so curious if that company still exists. Hold on. I need to know this. The Minecraft hosting. Oh my god, they still exist. 6 years ago, do not purchase a server from the Minecraft hosting. That's around the time I got scammed. Severe lag, poor support, unresolved server issues despite advertised features. Sounds like I could have wrote this, honestly. Dude, how are they still around? Okay, what was another time I got scammed? Oh, I paid a dude to put, I don't even know what the proper terminology is, but to pour concrete in like a barrier type thing for the garden in front of my house. And he did a terrible job compared to the neighbors that I was inspired by to do it. And he charged probably double the price. It's not really a scam, it's just a really bad value. Oh, there we go. I can switch back now because the contest is over. I got to my Turbo Rose book, that's all I wanted. Oh, the $1,000 turkey sandwich, that's another good one. But again, it's not really a scam, it's just the system sucking. For those that don't know what I'm talking about, I had my first ever panic attack early this year in February. And I was freaking out. Like, I thought I was dying. But anyways, imagine having your first panic attack at 27. Horrifying. But anyway, when that happened, I, called an ambulance on myself and went to the hospital. Oh wait, was this even, hold on, was the turkey sandwich before this? I think that was before that. Either way, I spent like $6,000 on a 2-mile trip to the hospital in an ambulance. That was a scam. Let's see. What was the reason? Oh, I remember. It was globus. I thought something was stuck in my throat and it was going to suffocate me, but there wasn't. So I went to the urgent care for that, and then they said we don't have the endoscopy camera that we put down the person's throat, so you're gonna have to go to the hospital for that. I go to the hospital, and they also don't even have it, and they don't check me. I sit in a room for hours while verifying that I'm not choking, and then finally I'm like hungry, so I'm like, hey, can I have is there any food? And I thought in my head, if I could eat a big chunk of food and it goes down, then there isn't anything there. And sure enough, they give me a turkey sandwich. I eat the turkey sandwich and everything's fine and I leave. The bill was $1,000. Scam. Why haven't you upgraded cacti knife and cocoa chopper? Jacob's tickets. I need more. Yeah, I paid like $6,000 for that hospital visit for the panic attack thing. That was, oh my god, what an awful week that was. One of the worst in my life. That was so bad. Does insurance not cover that? I have a high deductible plan, which means that the insurance doesn't actually kick in until I reach like 10 grand a year in spending. It's such a scam, dude. I'm already paying like $450 a month for health insurance. It's actually depressing. My throat is dry. Ugh. So basically, don't go to the hospital. Yeah. American healthcare is wild. I know. That's crazy. I know. Believe it or not, though, I'm still making money from health insurance, actually. Having that insurance allows me to open an HSA account. And as I'm sure you guys know, the stock market's been going insane, crazy. And having the ability to put away like nearly $4,000 a year, triple tax advantage like that, you could profit more than the cost of the insurance. And that is what I've done. You can open a stock account by having a specific health insurance. Yeah. There are HSA specific plans that you can get, which allow you to open an HSA and invest, like, I think it was $3,500 a year when I started, but now it's more like $4,000 a year. But then you have to hope the stock market goes up so that you can profit 10% or more a year to compensate, which it has so far. Yeah, America's insane, dude. As a European, me and my girlfriend are thinking of moving to America to be closer to her family, but I'm kind of concerned for the lack of social safety nets. Yeah. I don't blame you. I don't have anything really to contribute to that, because you're right. I think I don't know, dude. It's hard to say. What's the most money you've lost from a stupid reason? Is it considered lost money if I could have sold the stock at a certain time but I didn't? No, that's potential gains. That's not actual losses. I'd have to think on that. It might be that ambulance ride. It's hard to beat that. Spending $6,000 because you got a panic attack. That's bad. That's pretty bad. I'd like to think overall I'm smart with money. It's just that time, again, I've never had a panic attack up until that point. I actually thought I was dying. Does anyone Does anyone else hate that stupid thing where if you try to farm, it'll like break crops and then not like on and off? It'll be like this breaking, holding back, breaking, holding back. Like, why does it do that? Until you like let go of the spacebar and press down again. It's so annoying. Luckily, the one time I've had a panic attack, someone was there who knew how to calm me down. Yeah. I wish. Yeah, I was freaking out, dude. And for the months following, those months were, like, actually traumatizing. Like, there's lasting, like, just my brain's just a little broken because of that, like, just, I don't want to get into it again. I'm good now, though. But, like, damn, what a horrible time. From, like, mid-November to, like, honestly, June. Or, did I say November? Mid-February to June. That's what I meant to say. Do you think I'd get banned if I set up a foot pedal to farm? As long as you're readily available to pass a macro check. No. So if you have multiple monitors and it's... Oh! Chat, it happened! Crop fever! Ooh! Whoa, whoa. That was a lot of... Okay. It's happening. We got like 30-something enchanted, 2 compacted. Oh my god. This is going crazy. Look at this. Whoa. Look at all the colors. We're getting so many enchanted moonflowers. Ooh, this is fun. I like how... Oh, interesting. Look at that. The rainbow's going away slowly. Oh, wow. That does not last long at all. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, there it goes. And it should be ending. Your crop fever has been cured. So what did we get from that, dude? 24, 12... Wait, was that... Wait, oh, 12 times 6, 24 times 3. So 72 plus 72. Oh. That's not bad. 144 enchanted moonflower plus 2 compacted. Which I guess is roughly almost 3 compacted. It's not as impactful as I was expecting, but it's still good. I guess it depends how frequently that happens. I like the animation. I do too. I'm gonna clip that. I use that in a video. I'd be sitting there farming and doom scrolling or whatever, and I look up and I haven't been breaking crops for like a minute. I know, it's so annoying, dude. I don't even know why it happens. It's probably a vanilla bug. No, it's probably not. It's probably something to do with the anti-cheat. That in itself is probably a macro check now that I think about it. Like a person would realize the crops are not breaking and then just like press down on the spacebar a second time. I've never had that problem. All the more reason it's probably a macro check, because I farm a lot. You farm with audio? the lowest I can go while still hearing it. Just so that I have an indicator that something hasn't gone wrong because it's Hypixel, and there's always something that's annoying with that, with the anti-cheat. Oh, Fishy, thank you for the Prime sub. I just noticed that. We're actually about to hit 100 on Twitch. Wow, that's crazy. Didn't we start with 30 subs? We did. It was mostly Mark Waffle. Again, thank you for that. Wow. I gotta stream more. No problem, man. Consider it a Christmas gift. Well, it's much appreciated. It will go to good use. Namely, High Clash. Oh. Light Dragon Lord. Thank you for the Prime as well. Hey. Did you enjoy your day? Well, it's only like 6 p.m., so it's still ongoing. But so far, it's been fine. I don't know if I sound it, but I'm sick. It's to be fair though, it's kind of the end stage of being sick. I'll probably be okay in like a few days. Birthday gummy. I have not had any THC today. Oh, another crop fever. Hello. That was fast. Ooh. Let's see how much we get this time. So it was just under 3. 3 compacted worth. So let's see what we get this time. Helanthus is sunflower in Indonesian. Really? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Helio is kind of like a 6 compacted moonflower. That's immediately double what we got in the entire last one. Okay. Whoa. That's pretty good. Oh, it happened again. 2 more. That's 8. Is there gonna be more? Or was that it? That was it. That was pretty good. It happened again. 2 of them in a row. Growing up, did you have Christmas and birthday separate or just one day? My parents tried to have it separate. But as I've gotten older, it's just become easier for scheduling to compact it together, which I am perfectly fine with. I try not to draw too much attention to myself in real life, which is ironic considering the YouTuber thing. But I don't really... The whole vibe of an entire event being all for you is kind of weird to me. Like, I don't really like it, to be honest. I'd rather be one of the crowd, not just the eye, you know? Oh, hi, Cosmic. I closed my cat in the room with me. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, sweet. Ooh. I almost knocked my chair over. Hi. Hello. Oh. Look who I have. Look at cat. Look at this little cat. Isn't she the most adorable little thing? Hello, Cosmic. How you doing? She probably sees all the lights and is like, "Ugh. Yeah, what's going on?" Hello. She is a little crackhead, by the way. Like, the cat tower behind me, she will spin around the pole and chase her own tail. Oh, okay. There she goes. Yeah, I'll let you out, Cosmic. Ugh. You can be free. I didn't even know you were in here. And Titan's waiting just outside the door, too. It's hilarious. Anyway, I try not to really draw attention to myself in real life at all. I get uncomfortable. I could probably handle public speaking, like if I had to be on stage for like a TED Talk or something. which, by the way, underqualified. But if I had to, I could do it. But I would choose not to, usually. Oh, Leo, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. I probably didn't even say that right. 5 gifted. Oh, the counter hasn't updated yet. It's definitely shot way past 100 now. Oh, and Kimmy D 2007. Thank you for the T1 sub. Hey. So we're gonna be at 105? No. 102. Yes. I was hosting a Squid Game event for my school in front of like 350 people. It was so cringe. Oh, dude. I feel for you there. I would never. I would actually never.
Why are you getting blue flowers but are farming yellow ones? Sri haven't played the garden update yet.
Well, thank you for the $5 pad fee. So that's because we are using an Eclipse hoe. Actually, if I just punch one of these, doesn't... Like, if I were to... Okay, so this is just a property of sunflowers, I guess. If you grow sunflowers in the garden, the time of day will determine whether or not it's a sunflower or if it's a moonflower. It's a cool system. I actually kind of like it. I might steal that idea for iClash at some point, maybe. We'll see. Have like some time-gated like method of harvesting that changes the outcome. Ooh. Also, you know, something that's been on my mind most of the stream that I just remembered. I'm planning to get Pizza Hut tonight. Despite my being sick, it's probably not the best thing to do, but I want to bring back that tradition I had every year. Crop Fever, where I have stuffed crust Pizza Hut on my birthday. We're going to run it back. It's the only item from there I actually like. Well, I've eaten other items, but like that's the best one, in my opinion. It's the only reason really to go to Pizza Hut is the stuffed crust, honestly. But I'm going to fulfill the tradition tonight. With the current state of TED Talks, anyone is qualified as you buy a membership to get in or have to be nominated. I mean, yeah. Probably. You're probably right. What would my TED Talk be? Chat, if I did a TED Talk, what do you think I should talk about? Like, what would I have to contribute to the conversation in whatever topic it is? Based on what you know about me. Hightail. I don't think that's a topic that... It needs to be something that appeals to the wider audience. Ooh, that was kind of a crappy one. Yeah, that was a crappy one. I only got like, okay, 7. It was about half as good as the first Crop Fever. It would just be 17 minutes of me ranting. Isn't that every TED Talk? AI and coding. Oh, I am severely underqualified. There's about 1 million other developers that would have a better expertise on that. I'm a hobbyist developer. We have to remember that. I don't do it professionally. Then again, once High Clash releases, I guess that does cross the threshold, doesn't it? But still. How to concentrate on one thing? I don't know. I think how to persevere, you know? How to find the motivation to keep going with a task. I'd probably have something to say about the idea of like the relationship between luck and work with success. Like I could turn that entire Technoblade quote into a 30-minute TED Talk where it's like, you need luck for opportunity, but you need skill to take advantage of the opportunity and turn it into success. I could talk about that for a long time. But yeah, also just the idea of like continuing to go and not give up when things look bad. How to mentally spiral for 4 years. I should, what would the graph for my overall mental health look like? Slow, I would say plateau. It would just be a plateau up until about middle school, and then a slow ramp up until about like 2016, and then a very rapid upward trend until about 2017. It probably peaked in this time frame at about like late 2016. No. Yeah, like mid 2016 was probably the peak of good mental health. And then it went down from that point. Until it dipped massively in mid 2018, and then was like almost to like zero, like worse, like really, really bad mental health. And then it slowly rose again until about 2021, in which case it dipped again. And then it was like this for like up until probably 2024, where it's been on a slow ramp up again. And I'd say now I'm probably near peak. I also smell food. What does that smell? It smells like those Pillsbury crescent rolls. It's a very distinct smell. With butter. Yeah, I'd say the past 2 years, the mental health did go through an episode in February. That was sucky, but that was more of a physical thing. That I just like felt like I was dying. But like, yeah, I'd say right now it's about peak, probably. Yep, definitely former overweight person. Yep. Do you like fast food? Yeah, it's okay. I do have a few guilty pleasures in the fast food department. I'm gonna send a message to my roommate real quick. I smelled food. Are you guys still down to do the Pizza Hut thing? Or am I taking too long? Funny. Never had fast food in my childhood, so I don't crave it. Pretty much same, but at the same time, I really appreciate unique flavors. And since fast food is fairly new to me, like the past couple of years, I unfortunately like it a lot. But I think some of them are getting old for sure. Is that Lego Builder 9000? Yo, thoughts on In-N-Out Burger? Only me and him know why that's funny. It's alright. I mean, I don't really... My problem is because of my texture issues, I can't really experience it in its full glory because of the, that sauce. It's got chunks in it. So, me being a freaking child mentally, I was not able to get it with the sauce, and it was an above average burger, but nothing groundbreaking. I'm sure with the sauce it tastes significantly better, but they'll never know. Until I take the sauce and put it in a blender, then put it on the burger. Then we might be getting somewhere. Watch One Piece? I don't got the time. I do not have the time. By the way, soda's so addictive in the US, and I have no clue why. When I visit, I'm sipping on it 24/7. And at home, it can be done with a cup or two. Well, my first thought is that most sodas have caffeine in them. And caffeine is a substance that you could form a dependence with. Like, it straight up will, like, light up your dopamine receptors taking sips of caffeine. So, like, that makes sense to me. Same with sugar. Sugar doesn't really affect your brain in that way, but it does, again, I mentioned earlier, the microbiome. My guess is that it's American sodas probably just have more sugar. That's all it is. But yeah, I'm not a big soda guy. Like, I like soda, but my object permanence kind of, you know, varies. I can go like 3 months without having soda and then be like, oh yeah, soda exists. You know? Like, I don't know. It's fine, it tastes good, but I just forget it exists. What was your favorite Mountain Dew? Yeah, it was the Baja Blast. I kind of want to try that one from KFC again. It's been like 6 years. I think it's like a honey flavor or something weird. I drink about 7 cans of energy a day. That I doubt, to be honest with you. 7 cans of energy drink. Let's say it had 100 milligrams of caffeine. You'd be almost twice the limit of what's healthy. Your tolerance... You know what, though? There is a girl that I was talking to for about a month who claimed that at one point she was having like 800 milligrams of caffeine a day. I still don't know if I fully believe that, because that's psychotic. I was having heart palpitations at 400. Then again, that was all at once with a caffeine pill. I was just being freaking stupid. But, like, still. Nah. 800 milligrams a day? Straight up, I wholeheartedly believe that would kill me. If I drank that within, like, 5 minutes, I'd be dead. 100%. Like, there's no way I'd survive that. Would you ever take a sponsorship from GamerSupps or something like that? I mean, for a while, I was working with, well, I was planning on working with G Fuel, but like my first promotion with them ended up with no affiliate sales at all, 0. And then my partner manager for them left the company, so probably not. I only really take sponsorships nowadays from things that I actually use. Like FlexiSpot's my favorite sponsor to work with right now, because they just have been furnishing my house. And like their products are genuinely that good. I still use, right to this day, a Cooler Master, what was it? It's like M77? MM711. Best mouse I've ever used. It's similar to a Model O, but it has wider buttons, which works with my, like, fatter hands. 30 loves taking free stuff. But again, I bought a Model O. I have one, but I choose to use this one because it's just better for me. Like, and I haven't gotten a sponsorship with Cooler Master in a long time, but like, that goes to show that like, I'm not just doing it for the meme. I'm sure that like, I mean, I probably could get another sponsorship with them, but I'm really not that interested nowadays. But like, the mouse is insane. I have a Cooler Master keyboard that shocks me. That doesn't sound safe. I'd look into that. What if it shocks your table instead of you and causes a fire? Yeah, I don't know about that. How many moonflowers do we have now? Nearly 300 of them. Whew. Look at that. How do you spell that armor set again? The Helianthus or whatever? These. We have 27 of them. Not bad. Okay, this armor set. 1 stack, 2 stacks, 3 stacks, 4 stacks. We have enough for the entire armor set, bro. That's insane. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. We should probably start getting actual sunflowers soon. Well, you know what? I'm thinking now might be a good time to end stream. It's hitting 6 p.m. All I've had today is probably like 200 calories worth of like the Brian Johnson supplement stuff, like protein powder, and a little 80 calorie Royo bagel. So I should probably get to eating food. I was gonna say real food, but it's gonna be the Pizza Hut, so you know it's not really. Hey, it's my birthday, right? I get to do whatever I want. Prone to Drift, thank you for the Prime sub. But yeah, I think it's about time. All right, chat. I really enjoyed this stream today. It was a lot of fun. I'd like to think it was a fun conversation. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you had a good time. Maybe we should do more farming streams. Maybe on Twitch. I don't know. Because they're fun to just vibe and talk. But anyways, I think for now, that's going to be it. Again, join the High Clash Discord if you haven't already. I have a video on it, and the link's in the pinned comment. Hightail server. Anyways, for now, I guess that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later. Maybe more streams in general. All right, look, when Hightail comes out in 2 weeks, I will be streaming many times, many times. Oh my god, happy birthday, bro. Thank you, sire. Time to have my annual Pizza Hut stuffed crust. All right, bye.